I think when it comes to the internet can do a lot of different things. For one, it can take one of the sexiest entertainers in entertainment and pretty much destroy her with a meme in the next 5 seconds. If you don't understand this, then you probably haven't seen any of the Beyonce pictures at all from the Super Bowl party, because they are so hilarious. Not only that, like everybody's seen a lot of fights on the internet, right? I mean, it's pretty funny, but like, there was one fight that I've seen, and it was pretty much, if I could annotate it a little bit, it was when bullying backfires. And it's pretty much like this. There's a girl, I think her name is Jade, I don't know, I really don't care. And she's bullying this other girl. Now, here's the thing, when you're bullying someone, at least actually bully someone, because the girl is just standing there with her hand behind her back. She doesn't want to fight. So the whole entire time she's jumping at her and doing all these other things, and I'm like, she's gonna get pissed. So the whole entire time she's doing all this, and next thing you know, like the fight happens, she just goes off. And it's crazy how the fight progresses. And the way the fight progresses is this. The girl that does the bullying gets her ass whooped worse than the girl that she's bullying. So, it's like this. You know that you've lost a fight when, in the middle of a fight, you look in the direction of the camera to talk to somebody that's actually recording the whole fight and get hit by a left hook. You know you've lost. You also know that you've lost when you actually look at the person, when you actually have someone jump in the middle of the fight talking about, hey, don't stop fighting, and the girl looks at you that you're trying to fight, brushes you off, and walks away. You know you've lost the fight. And the whole entire time she thinks she's still big and bad. Now that still does not peg well with me, because how can you act like you've won when you've lost? That's the funniest thing. That's hilarious to me. Like, I think even more hilarious is that when, I know y'all heard about this Atlanta, there was this Atlanta woman, and she got tased. Let me tell you this story, because this is funny. She has 4 kids. Each and every one of her kids are acting unruly. There's a security guard standing right there. The only thing that security guard says is, hey, to calm the kids down. Guess what the mother does? You don't say that to my kids. You don't say that to my kids. My kids can do whatever they want. Scream, baby, scream. He can yell. He can yell. And I'm like, for one, that's a security guard. Everybody should know this. This is common knowledge. Anybody that has a badge on their arm, their chest, or in the back pocket, you don't get unruly with, because they can contact anybody else with a badge on their shoulder, their chest, and back pocket, and they can slam you to the ground. Now that would be funny, but here's how it gets me more hilarious. The whole entire time she's still acting unruly. The security guard's not doing anything. He goes into the store that he's actually patrolling now. He goes, get back. Don't come in. Get back. She keeps coming in. He pushes her out the door. She swings on him. He's not doing anything. He's trying to get her back, and he notices, oh wait, I have a taser. And tasers her, and she falls like a ton of bricks in front of her babies. It gets even more hilarious when her man comes in. And her man's like, you gonna do that in front of my babies? You gonna do that in front of my babies? How you gonna do that in front of my babies? I'm gonna meet you at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna meet you at 6 o'clock. Again, you are threatening a security guard. You're not supposed to threaten anybody with a badge on their shoulder, their chest, and their back pocket. Especially when your skin color is the same as mine. I'm just saying. Even worse than that, now this might be a little bit distracting, a little bit disturbing to others. So I'm going to try and censor it a little bit. But I saw a video the other day. It was a very disturbing video. And how should I put this? It was a woman getting pleasured by a cat on Facebook. Now, for one, that's bestiality. Two, you have this on the biggest social network on the internet. Who does that? No, I've never seen that. That's probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. One of the weirdest things that's I've ever imagined. I mean, that's just, that's crossing the line. I mean, well, it's not necessarily crossing the line. I think it's hilarious as hell. I mean, you pretty much put yourself out there like that. It's not our fault. We find it funny. But I mean, the internet can take anybody from their highest highs to their lowest lows. Beyonce, for instance, and Janet Jackson back then. Everybody knows what happened to Janet Jackson. That picture is still up there haunting the internet. And Beyonce is just, her whole image has been shot from those Super Bowl pics. Now, I know people have seen them, right? I know people have seen how many times that this picture has been circulating the internet for the past few, weeks? And this fad is not going to die for the next 6 months. Or at least until the next Super Bowl when something even more crazy happens. I don't know. CeeLo Green actually tried to have sex with Lady Gaga on stage. I don't know. But it's going to be, like, the internet can do a lot of crazy things. It can destroy somebody's image. It can make somebody's image even better. That's all I'm trying to say. And I've seen it destroy tons of people's images. For one, it can take a person's image, morph it by the Photoshop, and just take it and just destroy it. You can take a supermodel that's trying to do something very professional, warp that whole entire image and make her into a whore, upload it, and have her whole image destroyed in 5 seconds. Now that's funny. Even politicians can't do that. A politician, Mitt Romney destroyed his image in 6 months. Beyonce had hers destroyed in 5 seconds. There's something wrong here. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I've never seen anything more hilarious in the world than that. I think anything more hilarious than that is, everybody knows what the ASPCA is. You know, the whole dog, like, you know, we're trying to save the doggies, save the dogs, we're trying to save the dogs. I understand you want to save the dogs, but can you calm down for a second? Like, saving the dogs is good and all, but like, notice in every single one of those commercials, they represent every single dog, but a few. And there's one that I don't see, and that's a couple of pit bulls. And the only reason why you don't see a couple of pit bulls is because they're represented on one show, pit bulls and parolees. You mean to tell me that you have a pit bull with an ex-con? That's even, okay, I can see the match. I mean, if you have a pit bull like this, you get in my face anymore, I'm gonna hit you. I don't care about no poodles. And guess what the ex-con think? I don't care about no dudes. Anybody get in my face, I'm gonna hit him. It's like this. You see a guy with an ascot on. He's having a jolly little day. La 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 la. Walking with his labradoodle. And you see an ex-con with a pit bull. Both of them stop at the corner and look in the direction of those two guys. And just goes. And the pit bull is looking. And the pit bull looks up at the dude and goes, if you let this chain go, I'm gonna kill that labradoodle. If you let this chain go, I'm gonna kill that labradoodle. And he's like, if I let this chain go, I'm gonna kill him. And they both just let go and just go after. But that's my time. Y'all been awesome. I've been the Blur, and I'll see y'all later. Not my best set, but